Afternoon and welcome to the Stewart Community Center in downtown Pakenham, Ontario for today's game between the Cumberland GRADS U9 Team White and your Ottawa Valley Silver 7 U9 Team White. Enjoy the game. Celebrity in the house, Luke Boutin. Claire, Hijazi, LePage, Gibbons, and Lamotte on for Silver 7 to get things started. Face off one. Claire has it. Sends it up to LePage. Just out of his reach. Good back check by Silver 7. Lamotte has it. The Jazzy's going to wind up behind his net. Lamotte on it, on the board. Picks it up to Gibbons. Out of his reach, but onto the stick of LePage. Nice stop there by the GRADS goalie. And some good early pressure by Silver 7. Curtis, Kelso, Pratt, Warren, and Henry out for Silver 7. Faceoff's one back. Kelso lets it go. Deflected wide. Up the boards, kept in by Kelso. Still in the zone. Shot just wide by Warren. Pratt has it. To Kelso at the point. He lets it go. Tip in front by Henry is stopped. Back to the point, but out of the reach of Kelso. Hurtis tries to backhand it in the zone. Warren over to Pratt. He brings it in the zone. Drags. Pratt has it again. And that goes in off the tip as Kelso puts it in. Deflected in front. And Silver 7 lead 1-0. Eche, Graham, Buchert, Butang, and Colvin out for Silver 7. Eche has it up to Buchert. He's going to send it in deep, and Colvin is going to head up to forecheck. Buchert has it, sends it to Eche at the point. He loads up, tip in front by Butang just wide. Comes out Butang from behind his net, up to Graham. Graham shoots it into the corner. Colvin Butang hard on it. Eche pokes it away. Buchert dances. Good stop by the GRADS goalie. And that's going to be cleared deep. Butang turns it up. Has a lane. Knocked off his stick. Puck back to Butang. Relentless pressure here by Silver 7. Butang again on it. Good defensive play by the GRADS player. The Jazzy's back. Up to Graham. Nobody back. And a good stop by Noah Guerin for the faceoff. A little miscommunication there by Silver 7. Leads to a chance for the GRADS. But Guerin shuts the door. The Jazzy, the Page, Claire, Gibbons, and Lamoth for Silver 7. That's sent out and deep. And icing is the call. So we'll come back to the Silver 7 end. Scramble draw. With more 7 action. Good D by Hurtis. Warren turns it up. And just offside at the line. Warren wins that face-off forward. Over to Pratt was the attempt. That's cut off. Curtis is back on it. Collision here at center ice. Pratt has it again. Brings it into the zone. Everyone's onside. Kelso's going to keep that in. Pratt out front. Uncarried. 2-0. Silver 7. Face off one forward. Colvin on the forecheck. He has it. Centers it. Good back pressure by Colvin. From at center ice here. And that is going to be whistle dead for a faceoff. The puck was not coming out. That draws one back by Boutin. Graham puts it up on the backhand. Buchert's going to corral it at center. Brings it in. Shoots. And tipped wide by the Grads. Boutin on it. Puts back. Colvin's going to race over. He wins that race. Etche trying to put it deep. Colvin comes out with it. Shoots. And that is stopped and covered up by the Grads goalie. Claire Hijazi, Lamont, Gibbons, and LePage towards Silver 7. One back to Hijazi. He shoots just high over the net. Going to get another crack at it. And that one is in. Three nothing. Silver 7 leads. Here with 2:52 left in the first. Gibbons has it into the zone. Hijazi's going to send a long one in. Lamont is on it in the corner. Sent out front. Claire has it. Cuts back. Hijazi blocks it in front. Silver 7 trying to get it out of the zone. And that'll be covered up by Darren for a whistle. That's one back by Warren. Pratt to Warren. Curtis on it. Up to Pratt. Good defensive play there by the Grads D. And Curtis scrambling along the boards. Pratt has it. He shoots just over the glove of the Grads goalie. Kelso up. Sends it around. Curtis at the line. Just spams on it. And we'll get it wide to Kelso. Henry's going to bring it in up the right side. Cuts to the middle. Curtis lets go a one-timer and didn't get through. Pratt has it. Two good defensive plays there by the Grads. Kelso keeps it in, shoots, hits a cage in front, and the Grads will clear the zone as Kelso and Hurtis are back. And that will end the first period with Silver 7 leading 3-0.
He wants to play forward.
Back for the start of the second. Silver 7 leading 3-0 through 1. Golden shoots, that's blocked. That gets out. Graham trying to get his stick back. Etche and Boutin doing some work along the boards. Boutin comes out with it. He's fire and is stopped by the Grads goal and put in by Buford on the rebound.
Page, Gibbons, Lamoth, Graham, and Etche for Silver 7. Page dumps it up the boards. Etche
Has it again. Back. Page with the backhand up the boards. Gibbons is on it. He's taken out, and he scores! Penalty was upcoming. Gibbons put it in anyhow. Just beat around it.
Same three up front, but Hijazi and Claire on the back end now. gets it deep.
The Jazzy taken out. Another penalty upcoming. And Silver 7 will go on the power play. After Hijazi was taken out, trying to head up the far side. Henry, Warren, and Pratt on. Hijazi and Claire still on the back end. That's one back by the Grads. Claire lets it go high and wide. And a beautiful pass out front and a tip in by Henry on the backhand. As Silver 7 go up 6-0. Pratt's on it in the corner. Comes out. Curtis sends it back in deep. Silver 7 still offside. Brought out. Warren comes away from the boards. Gets it up to Henry. Henry has a look. Gets the puck back. Curtis sends it in. Curtis has it. He's going to go for a skate. Passes it up to Warren. That's sent around and Silver 7 are offside. Henry comes away with it. Kelso has it, lets it go from the point. Sent just wide. Kelso has it and will take it in offside. Boutte wins that face off, controls it himself, chips it in the zone. Sent out to Graham. Bukert in, around, and just off his stick. Holding on it. Comes out, shoots, and that is stopped by the Grads goalie. Face-off will go to the left of the Grads goalie. Up to the point. Graham shoots, stopped by Boutte, and put in. Nifty play there by Silver 7. Boutte chopped down the point shot, slid it in himself. LePage, Gibbons, Lamotte, Eche, and Graham Etche knocks it down. Nice pass for LePage. Jumps off his stick. He gets it back and tries to center it. Lamop on the forecheck. And the Grads are away as the Grads player stumbles. Graham sends it back up the boards. Gibbons is on it. The Jazzy is back and brought in offside by the Grads. Claire, Hijazi, Henry, Warren, and Pratt for Silver 7. Centered Pratt, Henry on the rebound, but no luck for Silver 7 on that one. Hijazi, Claire, Pratt, Warren, and Henry still for Silver 7. One back to the point and just gets out. Hijazi falls. Claire's on it, cuts back. He gets a stick in. Gets bounced away from Henry. Warren chips it up the boards. That's rimmed around. I don't think it's too many if they're not playing it, but apparently they're going to call it. Not too sure on that one. The two players were at the door, and there was just a bit of a log jam. Neither one of them were trying to play it, but nonetheless, that's okay. Refs call too many men, and Grads go to the power play as Curtis sends it down. Chance there for Silver 7 on the PK. Butte gets around one player, shoots, and glove down by the Grads goalie for a faceoff. Faceoff won by the Grads. And Hurtis sends it back in deep. Butte, Buchert, Kelso, and Hurtis for Silver 7 as they are doing a fine job of killing this penalty. Chance for the Grads, and that is buried. Nice little shot there by the Grads as they get on the board here late in the second period. face-off controlled by the Grads. Buford has it. Has Colvin with him. Over to Colvin. Backhander goes wide. Buford's back on it. Centers and just out of the reach of Butte as Eche drops back. Scans and will chip it up to Colvin. Butte back. He's trying to get wide. Has Colvin. Colvin tries to center. It's Grads bring it out. And a nice play there by Eche. If he got a stick on it. That's sent just out of the reach of Colvin. He and Lamoth on the forecheck in the corner. Lamoth behind the net, centers it. Lamoth has it. Trying to stuff it in. And that'll be whistled down. .2 left here in the second period. Just enough time for a shot at the net off the faceoff. And that will end the second. So the Grads get on the board in the second, but not after Silver 7 put up another 3 or 4 goals. For Page, Gibbons, Lamoth, Claire, and Hijazi to start. Gibbons is in. That's sent wide. Claire to Hijazi, wide. Hijazi's on it. Look to the middle. And that is buried. Beautiful passing play off the stick and onto the pages. And Silver 7 put up another one. Pratt, Warren, Henry, Kelso, and Hurtis. Henry comes away with it. Warren follows it up. Centered for Pratt. And that is going to be banked in. I'm not sure who shot it. It might have been Warren. But that ended up banking in off the player and off the goalie. That's Silver 7. Put another one up. Henry is on it. Centers. Kelso's back. Up to Henry. Brings it into the zone. Centers it for Warren. He lets it go and scores another one. Graham in the corner. Along with Boutte, that squirts out. Etche has it. Up to Colvin. And still not out. He's just kept in at the line. Colvin has it. Grads have it. And a nice stop there by Guerin. And is cleared out by Boutte. And that will go for icing. Nice stop by Noah Guerin to keep the Grads at 1. Gibbons, LePage, Lamoth, Graham, and Etche for Silver 7. Won by the Grads. Knocked away by Lamoth. He's back on it. Off across the line. Gibbons brings it out front. Nice defensive play there by the Grads. Sent deep, and Graham is back to retrieve it. He's going to go for a skate. Lets that go, and it's knocked down. Graham stops it at the line, sends it back in. Pass over to Lamoth. Lamoth centers it to LePage. Knocked away. Nice lead pass. That's icing. As one official waved it off and the other one called it. It was icing, but I can also see why the lead official waved it off. The Jazzy, Claire, Henry, Warren, and Pratt for Silver 7. Claire tried to load up a shot, then a pass, had it knocked away. Hijazi brings it in. Hijazi sends it deep. Claire keeps it in at the line. Backhands it over to Hijazi, and that just gets away from him. as he sends it back. Grads have it. Claire's on it. The Jazz to Claire. Claire shoots it. That's knocked down high. Warren shoots. And that's going to fall and bounce 5-hole for a goal by Warren. Not sure it was tipped. Nice spinning entry there by Bouteng. Centered, just out of the reach of Buford and Bouteng. Sent back by Hurtis. Hurtis stops it. He rips it. Good stop, and Bouteng is there for the putback. Bouteng has it. Brought in by Buford. Nice play to kick it to his foot. Centering pass. And Bouteng flips in another one. Lamoth, Gibbons, LePage, Hurtis, and Kelso. That's up to LePage. That shot's fired. Catches Hurtis up high. He shakes it off. Sends it up and out of the zone to Lamoth. Graham brings it up and gets it up to Lamoth just out of his reach. Grads are going to bring it back in. Shot and might have gone off Eche and in the net. As the Grads put a second one on the board here. Still Lamoth, Gibbons, and LePage. Graham and Eche on the back end. Gibbons brings that off the crossbar. That's going to be sent deep. as Etche and Graham are back to retrieve it. Etche up to Lamoth. He's away for a skate. Nice pass to LePage. Back up to the point. Etche shoots. Knocked down. Lamoth. Couple chances. Graham keeping it in for Lamoth. Shoots. And that is covered up as Lamoth and LePage go digging. Claire, Hijazi, Henry, Warren, and Pratt. As that gets right by Claire. Up to Pratt. He is through the line. Off the side of the net. Henry's still there. Pops out. Hijazi's on it. Shoots. That's off the stick. And up. Claire has it. Backhands it over to Hijazi. He is in all alone. And he buries it. Nice defensive connection there by Claire and Hijazi. That's picked off. Pratt back on it. Up to Warren. Warren finds Henry. Henry's on it. Warren keeps it in the zone. Hijazi has it. And that is going to be buried for goal number 3 by the GRADS. Curtis is on it. Sends it towards the net. Kelso tries. And the GRADS are just a little bit offside there. Silver 7 taking a few more chances with the big lead. And they are going to be curfewed as this thing is going to end in a rather lopsided score. And our ceremonial handshake line.